Hi everybody. So for this next video, I'm going to get through the rest of the PowerPoint that I would have presented in class and hopefully start to show you how to get to some of these resources that I've been talking about. So really briefly, I did want to go over evidence-based research because in part 3 of your assignment, you do need to find an intervention. So as you may guess from the term, evidence-based research is going to make use of the current best evidence in making decisions about healthcare. So based on real world experience, it's not going to be theoretical stuff. So this is kind of the convergence of the best research evidence, the most current up-to-date practitioner expertise, and then the particular population and values that you're looking for. So especially in the healthcare field, it's really important to have evidence-based interventions of maybe what worked and what didn't work. So you can draw conclusions and give people the best, most current, up-to-date, accurate advice. Especially related to health things, you're affecting people's livelihoods, their literal health. So you want to look for the convergence of those things. Think about how you can look at what a successful study did successfully and translate it into your particular population and values, or maybe what they didn't do so successfully and what you would change to fit your demographics. So this is the level of evidence pyramid. I don't want you to freak out about this or feel like you need to memorize it because you don't, but you do maybe want to pause and just read through these different terms. So these are different sources that you may encounter. All you really need to know is going up the pyramid, it's going to give you a higher level of evidence. So meta-analyses and systematic reviews at the top here, those are higher quality with a higher level of rigor, takes a lot longer to conduct these types of studies. They're all, for all intensive purposes for this class, any of these different sources would be perfectly fine for you to use. But just so you basically have read through the different terms and are familiar with them, you do need to know a little bit about this in order to filter through information you might find in databases such as PubMed. So the animal research laboratory studies, there's going to be a lot more of them. Not necessarily a bad thing, just to be aware of. As you go up the pyramid, it's just a higher level of rigor and expertise related to that particular resource. So they do take a lot longer to conduct, and there's a lot fewer of them compared to some of the ones at the bottom of the pyramid. You may want to pause at this screen too, just briefly showing you in the left column, these are different databases that might be helpful for you for this assignment, for other assignments. That's what I would recommend. I'm going to show you how to access PubMed. Any of these databases, you can go through the same link I'm going to show you on the main Joiner Library homepage, library.ecu.edu, and you're going to click on the database link and then find it there. I will show you how to get there eventually. On the online column to the right, these are free online resources. So you could Google these if you wanted to. They're credible, they have interventions, they may be helpful for you, especially for the third part of your assignment where you need to find an intervention. The Community Guide and Healthy People 2020 would be what I would recommend first. Our tips is going to be anything related with cancer that you want to look up. SAMHSA is substance abuse and mental health. So if your topic has anything related to those, pay attention to it. Otherwise, don't necessarily worry about it. So I'm going to show you a little bit about those eventually. If you do need more direct help, please email me. And this is my email again. So again, feel free to pause, take note of that, let me know. I'm going to go right into just finding things just on the main joiner library OneSearch bar to start off with. Okay, so here we are, library.ecu.edu. The OneSearch bar is going to be right here. So this is a great place to start with your research. I would say start simple, and you can always add in terms if you find it necessary. This isn't the best place to do really in-depth research about your topic, but it is a good place to start. So I'm just going to pick one of the topics here. I might do eating disorder. Okay, so what you want to pay attention to especially is the filters on the left here are going to be super important for you. For at least the first part of your assignment, you only want peer-reviewed journal articles. So that's easy enough here. We're going to click on journal article and scholarly and peer-reviewed. So you may also see academic or refereed. Peer-reviewed just means experts in the field have vetted this particular topic. It's a different level of credibility and rigor. People have checked their work. It's just another level of credibility. But you may see refereed, peer-reviewed, scholarly, academic. Any of those terms kind of gives you that same idea. Other filters to show you about, you can change the publication date, so you can either drag right here, say I only want to look at stuff 2010 or more recently. Just depending on your assignment and your topic. I'm not sure if you have any particular time frame for these assignments, but it is something to be aware of, and you can change accordingly. You could also pick any of the options here, just as an easy, quick thing. I like that it gives you related topics, so these may be additional keywords that you might think of. I would say with any of the searching, start simple, and then you can always expand from there. So I may just put eating disorder and nothing else. Then I may add and. I'm going to do a parentheses here, intervention or prevention or therapy or accommodation or treatment. Ooh, I'm spelling everything wrong. Sorry. So we're still not going to look at 128,000 results, but we have added this additional element here. So to actually access the articles is going to vary a little bit, just depending. I'm going to click on this one and hope it works. If there's a PDF option here, that's probably what I would recommend to you. It's just the print ready version. It's a little bit cleaner to read. You may have to click a couple times depending on the file. Always go through Joiner Library page, especially if you're off campus. It may prompt you to sign in with your pirate ID and passphrase, but instead of just Googling random things and getting hit by a paywall, if you can't figure out how to access something, contact me or one of the other librarians and we'll be able to help you with that. But you should never have to pay to see anything. So just glancing, usually there's a little bit of a summary and abstract, so that'll give you a little bit of an idea of what the study is going to entail before you read the entire thing. Often they give you author supplied keywords. So these may or may not be things that you want to add to your running list of keywords. I didn't even extrapolate my search very much, but I could go back in there and do eating disorder or bulimia or anorexia. You're welcome to expand it that way too. I just kind of wanted to show you how to access different articles. Let me get out of this one, try to show you another one. Okay, well, all of these have PDFs, which is great. I'm going to click on the title instead, just to show you. It may look different. Okay, so this one was a couple clicks and it was a little bit confusing, but don't freak out about it. If you see a full text PDF option, or it may have an ECU sign in with a little purple button, I would try that first. Or if you're experiencing technical issues, again, please reach out to me or another librarian. That's kind of OneSearch basics. It's a good place to start. It might not be the most comprehensive for you. Really quickly, I'm going to go back and show you how to get to the other databases in case you haven't done that before. So library.ecu.edu. If we scroll down here and click on database list, if you know a database by name, you can either type it in here or browse by the letter that it starts with. You can also browse by subject. So, for example, for this class, I might look at recreation and leisure studies, and it's going to give me these different suggested databases. So these are just good places to start your research. It'll tell you a little bit more about each one. Some of them are way more comprehensive and vast and large than others. They just contain different information. But that's how you get to the databases, and I will show you searching in PubMed in the next video.